Hey yo, what up you guys? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 192. Will say this, I do like just the mixture that we have in this chapter. We have some great plot progression as well as once again, great character development. This was good. I want to go over the plot progression because the last few chapters haven't really moved the plot forward. You know, they're nice little subplots, but they haven't moved the plot forward, which is Crocodile trying to take over Alabasta, Vivi coming back to save the kingdom. You have Koza, that's a subplot. Like this, like even these different fights with the Straw Hats, because they are main characters, you would think their battles are part of the main plot, but that's not the main plot for this arc. So I like the fact that Crocodile and Vivi, we go back to that, and one of the things that we see is Crocodile tells Vivi, well, you only got this far because of the Straw Hats Miss Wednesday, and that Luffy guy, yeah, he's already on his way to hell. And I like that. I like how Vivi's like, no, you're wrong. And I like seeing that. And the reason why is, once again, it just shows the amount of faith that she put in the Luffy. But I think part of her knows that it is possible. And it just gives Crocodile the psychological advantage. And I just like how Oda just took that one moment to kind of bait and switch us and put us there. Because you would think with Nami, with what was going on with her fight, that it would stay on that. And the chapter shifts back to it. But we got a very good break in this. So this was good. I like seeing that bit. And I also like how we see Vivi's father just strung up. And, you know, you see he's kind of worse for wear. You know, Miss All Sunday, she's using her devil fruit ability. She's pushing back some of the guards. Very good. I like that. And I also like the fact that Crocodile, his last part that we see him on, he asks about Pluton. And the king is like, how do you know about that? So it looks like we're going to get a nice little plot twist. This was good. This was very much appreciated, man. Like, because I was thinking with the last chapter, even with like the little twist that Usopp's weapon has, the fact that Nami got pierced in the calves made me think she's not going to be able to run as much. And I was looking forward to reading to see how she would get herself out of that. But this is what I really want, because in the back of my mind I was going, how the fuck are you going to leave us with blue balls with the fact that Crocodile is at the main palace? Like, that's cool. And I like how Crocodile said it's only natural. Once the kingdom falls, once the kingdom and the palace falls, the royal family standing will disintegrate. And he's basically saying through the ashes, he's going to build up a new kingdom. And I like seeing that. Like, I like seeing it. It just shows the end game. You know, my problem with a lot of shonen antagonists is their end game isn't always as clear, and then when it is, there's usually some fucked up reason behind it. And with Crocodile, it's still kind of cliche. Villain wants to take over a kingdom. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We've seen it, but Crocodile's such a wild card. We can't really pin his character down. You know, he's already someone who has notoriety. He's already someone who is known throughout all of the seas. He's got power. What more could you want? You know, the whole world, the whole grand line is your playground at this point. So this was good. That's why this is good. Just to get into the whole thing with Vivi and Miss Doublefinger. You know, that fight looks like it's getting ready to wrap up in the next chapter or so. And with this one, you know, Nami, she's trying to say Nami and Miss Doublefinger, or Vivi and Miss Doublefinger. If I said Vivi, mine was somewhere else. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Anyway, so with Nami and Miss Doublefinger, the reason why I'm thinking that's going to wrap up is, you know, once again, we see Nami, she's, you know, trying to mix the hot air and the cold air together. She's trying to get the conditions right for a tornado, and Miss Doublefinger, she's just looking at her and she's going, you're just a pretty face with fast legs. You can't really fight. And she, at one point she has her pinned up against the wall and she says, those weapons that you have, they're really meant for entertaining. if it's not meant to be used for killing, you really can't call it a weapon. You're just wasting your time, sweetheart. And I like that. I like that a lot. Like that just shows you the difference. But once again, it just shows the level of arrogance that this character has. And once again, I'm saying that's going to be our downfall, and we see it because at one point, Nami gets out of the way. Miss Doublefinger drives into another shop. There's a beehive. Nami takes the opportunity to produce more hot and cold air bubbles. At one point, she's got trying to get more moisture into the atmosphere, so she's at one point having like water get produced from these rods. And the whole time looking at this, I'm going, if Usopp ever gets on his shit and just works on those rods, Nami is going to be a serious combat threat. At least not to devil fruit users, but just regular combatants and everything. If she would have had that back in the East Blue, Nami would have been right there with Zoro and Luffy, in my opinion, because of the possibilities of what you can use those weapons for. And with that being said, I like the one scene where the thunderclap hits Miss Doublefinger. That was cool. I like how Nami once again utilized the Mirages, and it just goes back to what I've been saying. She's a very intelligent character. This fight is quickly moving up my list for my favorites in this arc, and a big part of the reason why is she has a shit weapon, and yet she is learning to use it while in battle, and she's adapting very quickly. Nami is getting on some solid Snake type shit. Like Snake takes a cardboard box and you think, oh fuck, what the fuck can you do with a cardboard box? And you sneak around the whole fucking warehouse with that damn thing. You give Snake a weapon, he figures out how to use it in the middle of the battle. Like that's what I'm talking about right there. That was good. And I like how, once again, when Miss Doublefinger says, I got you, bitch. And then it turns out to be a mirage. Nami's just walking out casually. And if this was Cinema Sins would say, well, didn't this bitch just get stabbed in the calf? How's she walking so casually? But this is what I love about it. Nami says, hey, it's hot as hell right now. She gets a weather report. I'm paraphrasing too. But she's just like, it's hot as hell right now, but you got a case of some wandering mirages. But, bitch, you also got tornadoes coming. And I just like seeing that. The only thing I'm worried about is if Miss Doublefinger isn't able to read into that. Because she just got hit with some master thunder action right now. Some massive thunder action. Like, this is... I'm wondering if she's going to pick up on this. Like I said, this is moving up my list. I didn't give a chapter question last time because I wanted to save it for this video. But the chapter question I have isn't even related to what's going on with the main plot right now. I want to know what you guys think about the last few cover stories. I hadn't really touched on them. You got the, I believe his name is Hachin, the guy that Zoro was fighting during Arlong Park. He's basically 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, playing Little Mermaid with all the sharks and shit. And I'm seeing this shit, and my question for you guys is like, what are just your overall thoughts on seeing that, man? Because when I read this, I'm thinking Arlong. Like, I know Arlong's probably in jail or some shit right now, but what's going on with Arlong? Like, that's what I want to know, man. Like, that's like, and then I'm just picturing Arlong playing Little Lost Puppy and Patty Cake and Little Mermaid, and I can't think of the little crab in Little Mermaid. I think his name's Sebastian. But I'm really wondering if like Hachin would be the mermaid and then he would be Sebastian or some shit. Like, that's what I don't know. I just have a warped sense of humor, and that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think about that though. But as always, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I will greatly appreciate it.